Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Stories 2. And in this one, I want to put together a list of my personal top 10 skills to look out for both on Talisman and also on armor sets. There are a bunch of skills in the game depending on how you want to play, but there are some of them that I deem to be really good, both from say a damage point of view or a survivability point of view. So yeah, if you're wondering what skills maybe you should be pursuing, then hopefully this helps you out. Again, if you do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. If there are any skills that I didn't mention that you think are really good, definitely let me know down below, but these are my 10. So, in number 1, we have the skill Critical. This one, quite simple, greatly increases your crit rate. It's fair to say that, of course, landing a critical hit is more damage, so this is essentially just a flat damage boost. Of course, much like any skills, you can get this in a variety of different levels. In fact, if you want to get an easy one, you can go to the bottle cap vendor and buy this talisman here, the Critical L Escape L Talisman. Escape does of course give you a boost to your evasion when you are 50% HP or less, so it's a nice kind of additional, but mainly if you haven't been too lucky with your talisman, this is a good way to land critical early on. So this is a nice damage skill. Then moving on from there to number 2, this one is more so from a survivability point of view, but you have health or health boost. Again, you can get this on both armor sets and talisman, but I have a nice talisman here, Health Boost XL. This will just seriously increase your maximum HP, and again, this is quite useful later on because some moves hit hard, some monsters hit hard, so you might find that sometimes you just want a nice big health boost, you want that little buffer so you can take a bit more damage. Obviously there's different ways to mitigate things, but if you do just want some flat health boost, then this is a good skill to look out for. Again, coming in various different sizes, so obviously if you can get Health XL, that is going to be the best. Next up on the list, we have Crit Heal. Again, this is another nice survivability skill. This one, of course, is a skill that gives you HP back when you land a critical hit. Again, coming in different sizes. I've got a medium one here. This also can come on armor sets as well. This one's just a nice one because if you do happen to be landing those crits, especially say if a monster's down, or just in general you happen to get lucky, then it is a nice way to keep your health topped up. That of course then goes hand in hand with the next skill, which is Selfheal. Similar principle, only this one is just a skill that will recover health at the end of every single turn. So much like if you use the prayer from the prayer pot to basically just give you sort of a end of turn heal, similar kind of thing, this is very useful. I mentioned the other day in my armor video, it comes on the pink Rathian armor set, so that in itself is nice, good kind of survivability set, having both crit heal, health boost and self-heal, but this is another very nice skill. Then moving on from there to the next skill, one that I actually really like. I use this quite a lot towards the end of the game, and that is the Soul Kinship skill. It actually comes on the Arekkz armor, and this skill is one that basically increases the rate at which your kinship gauge fills up. It does fill up quite a lot faster, especially if you're landing double attacks, things like that anyway. It's just a natural way to fill up the gauge fast, but if you have this on top, then you'll find that you are very frequently sitting there with a nice full kinship gauge, which of course anytime means you can pull off your kinship attack, means you can interrupt a monster's move. It is a very nice skill to have. Then next up on the list, we have a skill from another nice talisman. This one's one on Paradise Central's one. He's got some pretty nice talisman, and this one is HeadtoHead Master. This is a fantastic skill, kind of an extension of the skill that I just spoke about, because this one, when you win head-to-heads, instead, it makes the kinship gauge fill up much faster. And again, winning head-to-heads, provided you know the monster's attack pattern, is pretty easy to do. This charm in itself, or this talisman, has head-on and it has critical, so those are two very nice skills. You then have the skill Synchronize, another great one to look out for. This one will seriously increase your double attack damage. Of course, double attacks are a great way to break parts, build kinship meter. Again, provided you can, of course, line up the same attack type as your monstie, and of course you're being targeted, then it is a guaranteed way to pull this off. And of course, increasing the damage of that, they already do good damage, so this skill is another nice thing on top. Then jumping back over to the damage front, we have the Weakpoint skill. This one is a very nice one. Again, comes on a variety of different armor sets. Weakpoint is a skill that increases your crit rate somewhat when hitting a monster part with an advantageous weapon. So again, pretty easy to guarantee, given that if you fought the monster before, you will know which weapons are most advantageous. Provided you are pairing those together, then this is a chance to increase crit rate. And of course, increasing crit rate equals more damage. So again, it is basically like a flat damage boost. Then next up on the list, I'm actually going to combine two skills into this one, kind of cheating, but we have Great Sword Focus and of course Hammer Focus. Both of these principally are the same skill, just for different weapons, and they have a high chance to retain the charge level after releasing a charged either greatsword attack or hammer attack. And given that, especially for hammer, it is slightly more challenging to build that charge, given that it relies on double attacks head to heads, meanwhile at least greatsword can just do it through skills, then any skill that can basically allow you to maintain that charge just means more damage in the long run because it gives you access to your skills. So these are definitely very nice skills to have. And then finally, moving away from damage and combat for a moment, for those of you guys that are of course hunting down monsties, nesting is a fantastic passive skill to have because this will seriously boost the retreat rate of slain monsters. So of course you can increase your retreat rate anyway by using paintballs and then completing the conditions that are listed in the Monsterpedia. But if you do happen to have this, then this is again a very useful thing to kind of just give you that extra oomph, that extra kind of push. So yeah, if you're kind of, especially if you're going around running through dens trying to sort of make things retreat and just focus on getting monsties, this is a good skill to have. So there you have it, it's a little rundown on 10 skills that I think are very good to look out for, both on armor sets and also on Talisman. So if you've seen them, if you happen to have got these ones, definitely consider using them. If you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below, and of course you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.